The Planet Crafter is a game about terraforming a dead planet into something we humans can actually live on. But as you quickly find out, you're not the first person to try and craft this particular planet. As you find early in the game, there are plenty of shipwrecks all around the place. These contain useful resources that will greatly help you as you start your work terraforming this planet. So in this video, I'm going to show you where you can find each of the wreck locations currently in Planet Crafter as of the Caves and Crater update. Stick around to the end, and I will also show you where to find the satellite wrecks. Let's start with the large shipwreck in the Starting Valley lakebed area. If you choose the original starting location, then all you have to do is look up the big hill and you can't really miss this wreck. This wreck is a useful one at the start of the game, but is also one of the locations hiding a golden crate. If you're looking for where the golden crates are, then feel free to check out my other video covering all of these. Next up, you will probably find the wreck that looks like a crashed Star Cruiser in the Central Plateaus area. This wreck is easy to find as it sits right outside the starting area between the large Iridium Cave and the Labyrinth. Maybe you did not head towards the Iridium Cave, but instead headed in the direction opposite of the first wreck. This puts you in the cracked Spires biome, which has what looks like 3 freight containers. While there are 3 of these, you can actually only go inside 2 of them. However, these 2 do contain some nice resources, including deconstructible solar equipment. The 4th wreck that is quite easy to find once the atmosphere starts to clear up is in the Dune Desert, or Derelict Desert as you may have heard it called. This is one of the largest wrecks in the game and has the appearance of a battle cruiser. You can enter this one through where the glass is missing on the command deck. There is also a little hidden gem at the other end of the wreck, so be sure to search that area. For the 5th wreck, we need to head into the Labyrinth and work our way to the back of it. You can also cheat by walking all the way around either side of the labyrinth exterior until you reach the large opening at the back. This wreck looks like a piece of a space station to me. You can access the wreck through an opening on the ridge towards the back of the labyrinth. Staying close by, the 6th wreck is in the aluminum fields. This wreck sits pretty much in the middle area of the aluminum fields and should be pretty easy to spot depending on where you are coming from. There are only a few spots where it will be obscured by the terrain. It can be a little tricky at times, but you can jump your way up into the cockpit area and get inside from there. The Warp Gate wreck is definitely one of the easiest ones to spot in the game, at least once you climb up the ridge past the aluminum fields. On the left side of the gate, you will find the ship compartment with an open hatch. Fair warning, once the water levels rise up, this will flood, making it a bit harder to see in some areas. Going into the Grand Rift Valley, you have 2 sides you can follow along. Both of these meet at the end of the valley, where you will find a starship wreck. This looks like a single-seat starship that had a rough landing. That leaves just the newest wreck in one of the new biomes, the Arches. The Arches sit above the Sand Falls area and can be reached by entering from the Dunes Desert at the edge of the highlands. You will know you are in the right spot by all the arches in the landscape. Head right and towards the back as you enter to find another large ship compartment wreck. You can get inside through the opening in the middle, and this appears to be a cargo bay module from a ship and contains multiple cargo containers with a plethora of supplies you can break down. So that is all of the shipwreck locations currently in the game as of the Caves and Crater update. But I also said at the start of the video that I would show you the satellite wrecks as well. There are 2 spots where you can currently find crashed satellites. The first satellite you want to go find is in the Boulder Desert. This is the desert between the Warp Gate and the Wastelands. I say go to this one first because once the water levels get high enough, it will be covered in water. This doesn't make it harder to reach, just harder to find. The second satellite can be found at the intersection of the Dunes Desert and the Highlands, right by the entrance to the Arches biome. And there you have it, all of the shipwreck locations and the 2 wrecked satellite locations. If you found this video helpful, then be sure to give it a like because that helps me out.